नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So we continue reading teachings of Lord Chaitanya. So Chaitanya begins from the surrendering point and is completely spiritual. He begins at the end of material existence when who gives up all material attachment. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna began by distinguishing the soul from the matter and ended at the point of the soul surrendered in devotion. But there is no stoppage of talk there. As the Mayavadis would have it, the real talk only begins, as is stated in the Vedanta Sutta. Now talking begins. Now we can inquire into supreme absolute truth. Rupa Goswami writes, your incarnation is greater than all what you have given. It is the highest form of devotional service. One who accepts the existence of God is in devotional service. To acknowledge God is great is something, but not much. Chaitanya preached like an acharya, a great teacher, up to the point of friendship. In the Gita, Krishna showed Arjuna his universal form because he was dear friend. But Arjuna asked forgiveness for his friendship on seeing Krishna as the Lord of the universes. So Lord Chaitanya, you can become a friend of Krishna where there is no limit. You can become a friend, not in adoration, but in complete freedom. You can also relate it to God as his father. This is Srimad Bhagavatam philosophy. There is no other literature in the world where God is treated as the devotee's son. Usually, is the father who supplies the demands of the son. Chaitanya is the first to treat God as a son. How by service the son demands the father and the father supplies. You don't take supplies, you give. Krishna's mother Yashoda said to the Lord, here eat or you will die. Eat nicely. Krishna will depend on your mercy. This is such a uniquely high level of friendship, and you can believe that you are his father. And above all, you can treat Krishna as your lover, as if he is so much attached to you that he expresses his inability to reciprocate. I cannot repay your love. I have no more assets to return. Krishna was thus so obliged to the gopis that he felt his inability to return their love. Devotional service is an excellent platform, and this was given by Chaitanya. It was never given by any previous incarnation or acharya. Devotional service itself is the highest platform, the glorious platform which you have contributed. You are Krishna, Eloish, Sachinandan, son of Sachi, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Hearers may keep you in their hearts. Then it will be easy to understand Krishna through Chaitanya. Chaitanya came to deliver Krishna. Rupa Goswami writes, you are the most charitable personality. You are delivering Krishna Prema, unalloyed love for Krishna, and so I offer my respects. We have heard the phrase love of Godhead. How far this love of Godhead can actually be developed? We can learn from the Vaishnava philosophy. Simply theoretical knowledge of love of God you can find in many places and many scriptures. But what the love of Godhead actually is and how it is developed, that can be found in the Vaishnava literature. It is the unique, the highest development of love of God that is given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now we have a little sense of love. Why? It is due to love of Godhead. Anything which we find within our experience, even in this conditional life, is situated in the Supreme Lord, who is the ultimate source of everything. In our original relationship with the Supreme Lord, there is real love. That love is reflected through material conditions, but reflected pervertedly and not exactly. Real love means that which is continuous and without a break. But because that love is reflected pervertedly in this material world, love lacks continuity and inebriating. If we want a real transcendental love, then we have to transfer our love to the supreme lovable object, Krishna, the supreme personality of Godhead. This is the old basic principle of Krishna consciousness. In material consciousness, we are trying to love that which is not at all lovable. We are giving our love to dogs, to cats, that with the risk that if we love cats and dogs too much, at the time of death, we may be fixed in thinking of them and therefore take our next birth in a family of cats or dogs. Everything without love of Krishna leads downwards. In the Hindu scripture, the chastity of woman is very much recommended. Why? Because if a woman becomes much addicted in love of her husband, at the time of death, she will remember him. And in the next life, she is promoted to the man's body. Man's life is better than woman's because a man has better facility for understanding spiritual science. But Krishna consciousness is so nice that it makes no distinction between man and woman. In the Bhagavad Gita, you will find if somebody, even if he is born in a low family, even a woman or Shudra or a Vaishya or anyone who takes shelter of me, he should to achieve my association. That is guaranteed. And Krishna says that if these people can achieve the highest perfection of life, then why not real Brahmanas, devotees, and saintly kings? They are sure to achieve the highest perfection. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave us information. First of all, must know that in every country or every scripture there is some hint of love of Godhead. But nobody knows what love of Godhead actually is. That is the distinction between other scriptures and Vedic scriptures. The others have some idea of love of God, but regarding how to love God, what is Godhead, they have no idea. They promote official love of Godhead. But here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gives a practical demonstration of how to love God in conjugal relationship. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu takes the part of Radharani and tries to love Krishna as Radharani loved him. Krishna could understand how does Radharani Krishna could not understand how does Radharani give me such pleasure. So in order to study Radha Rani, Krishna lived her role and tried to understand himself. This is the secret of Lord Chaitanya's incarnation. This is that is explained in the next verse. This verse says, I offer my respectable obeisances unto Supreme Lord, who is observed in the modes of Radharani's thought. He is Krishna, but he has taken the mode of Radharani. So, show how to love Krishna. And what is Radha Krishna? Radha Krishna is the exchange of love. And what is that love? That is an not ordinary love. Krishna has immense potencies, of which there are three are principal internal, external, and marginal potency. In the internal potency, there are three divisions: Samvit, Radhini, and Sandhini. The Radhini potency is the pleasure potency. We must always know that we also have this pleasure seeking potency. We are all trying to have pleasure. This is the nature of living entity. We are now trying to enjoy our pleasure potency in the material condition with this body by bodily contact. But do you think that Krishna, who is always spiritual, will also seek pleasure in material plane? What nonsense that this is. Krishna describes this place as non-permanent and full of miseries. Do you think Krishna is going to seek pleasure in material form? How is it plausible? He is super soul. He is the supreme spirit. How can we seek pleasure in this matter? I can stop here. So as we are continuing this book, so today it talks about, you know, what is the real purpose of appearance of, Lord Chaitanya, and talking about devotional service is an excellent, platform. And, this was given by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And as Rupa Goswami explains that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as the most charitable personality, he came to deliver Krishna Prema, which is unalloyed love of Krishna for Krishna. So he's offering the prayers to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu given us a on how to love or give the highest development of love of Godhead. And uh, and if what is the highest form of the love is, not the material love, and also the lovable object. We many times we choose the lovable object other than Krishna. That doesn't give a transcendental love. For the transcendental love, our supreme lovable object is Krishna. That is the only way we can offer the love, and that is the transcendental love which can last forever. And here Krishna appeared as Radharani to know, how Radharani loves Krishna in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That is the secret of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's incarnation. And yep, and it's also, the internal potency has three divisions, Samvit, Haladini, and Sandhini. In Haladini potency, it talks about pleasure potency, and Radharani is pleasure potency of Krishna.